Hi there. So, getting live here on Instagram and on LinkedIn. Oh, welcome to Tuesday. It's the day of sustainability talks. So, going here on YouTube, going here on LinkedIn, and here on Instagram. So, first of all, if you're joining me live, I would love if you just I don't know, kind of wave your hand, send a heart or thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever it might be, just so I know that you are here. Hello, Camilla. It's so good to see you. You're coming up with a great workshop. That's going to be awesome. I love it. I love it. So every week I go live every Tuesday, 12 Central European time or Paris, Oslo time. And I'm talking about the various topics, which is inside the sustainability methodology. And the area that I've been focusing the most on as of late is on the very beginning. It's about mindset. I've been talking about purpose. I've been talking about the imposter syndrome. I'm talking about how we are preventing ourselves from stepping into and getting what we really want. So today, it's such a powerful topic. Today, we're going to talk about mindset. Ask yourself, what is mindset? How do you define mindset? I have heard so many different explanations about mindset, so I decided just to pop in on the mindset definition that resonates the most with me. And basically, I think the best one is what Marissa Peer talked about. And basically, she says, mindset is the inner dialogue. So basically, mindset is how you dialogue with yourself. Like, how do you talk to yourself? What do you say to yourself? What are you telling yourself? Like, when you think about that, do you say that, oh, I don't think I can do that? Or do you say, oh, I can definitely do that? Like, I believe it was, we have this Scandinavian, or she's actually Swedish, Pippi Longstocking. And I think she said something about, if I haven't done it before, I definitely can do it. So it's about this mindset. So thinking about yourself, what default system do you have? So if you're working towards something, do you say, it's really hard to succeed? Or it's really hard to find the job that I dream of? Or it's really hard to become a successful leader. I have to really work really hard. I have to put really long hours in. Or do you say that, oh, if I'm going to say yes to doing that, it has to be perfect. And now maybe what you're saying is that, so therefore I won't do it. So do you see how this mindset is actually the dialogue you have in yourself? Yeah, it's about that. Mindset is a language piece. Just think about this. If you have something that you really, really, really want to experience, it can be something you really want. It can be something you really want to experience. And let's imagine there is absolutely no consequences or limitations. What shows up for you? There's no consequence and there's no limitation for you experiencing what you really want to experience in life. Just sit with that for a bit. What shows up? Yeah. If you are anything like many of the clients coming to me, there is a massive dream of doing something. There is a dream of feeling that I can do more than this, but I am scared of leaving the job I have, leaving the relationship I have. Like, Camilla, you know all about that in your practice where you're working as a divorce coach. Like, no, I can't do that. Even when we are living in abusive relationships, or for those who are living in abusive relationships, let me turn off this Outlook that is showing up here. So if it's all about mindset, is there then a way of which we can just flip it around? Instead of, I would love to apply for that leadership position or whatever position that is, but what if I'm not good enough in the interview? What if I don't get into the interview? What if we flip it around and we say, what if I am the one that they have been looking for? What if I am the one that can make a huge change? What if I get called into this interview? What if through me writing the process of putting this resume together, suddenly realize that I can do even more stuff? It's all about the mindset. And I want to share a story, and I think this is just so powerful. And I think it is worth celebrating. A client of mine who is part of my mastermind group came as seriously successful. I mean, driving her successful business, had put together a non-profit organization because she had a strong desire, a strong passion for helping underprivileged families in Africa to get access to clean water, energy, and a waste recycle system. So when she came into the mastermind, she had everything going for her. Like, I want to do this. I know I can do this. But she had been working on this for a couple of years and nothing really happened. So what mindset is it that we experience, that she experienced, that she had? She realized very quickly that she stood in her own way. She stood in her way of success, of bringing this nonprofit organization out and creating massive impact. How did she stand in her way? She stood in her way because she had a fixed mindset where she thought, I am the only one that can do this. I am the only one that can step out and figure out the solutions. Now, the amazing experience was that when she stepped away from that and took herself out of it and shifted her thinking into, who do I know? Now things started to change, because now somebody she came to know came up in front of her, the ideal candidate to drive this nonprofit organization. And today we are releasing news about crowdfunding for her project. I'm going to do another live on that later on. But what I'm just wanting to share with you, it is about a mindset. It is about how we are talking to ourselves. Yeah. So I'm just going to look at a comment here. Yeah, Camilla. Okay, let's see what your question. What if my daughter was the only daughter not living with her mom and dad under the same roof? What if my daughter was the only daughter not living with her mom and dad? Oh, yes. So that is a thought. Yeah. Like, what if I'm doing something kind of wrong with my daughter, that she's going to be the only one not living with mom and dad? Yeah. Now, what is a way of which we can change that? Well, it's about thinking about how much better can a life become even when you're not living with your mom and dad under the same roof. You still have a mom and dad, but how much better can it be? What would it look like to create a beautiful, safe life where the child is happy and grows up feeling fulfilled and happy? What if that is the way of which your daughter is stepping into experiencing harmony? What if this is going to be the breaking ground for her, finding what you want to study, seeing that you can live happy without some of the terrible things that's happening inside the four walls? So, yes, what if it's different? Like you said, Camilla's mindset. Another, yeah, powerful. How we talk to ourselves is a reflection of our mindset. Exactly. With that in mind, I love that, Nada. If you were to if you had a chip and could transcribe your thoughts and you were reading that, what direction in life do you think that person is heading towards? Do you read a transcription of cheerleading, like, what if we succeed? What if this is the best decision ever? What if, whatever that is? Do you see that? Or do you see more the descriptions of, but what if I fail? What if I feel so stuck in this job? What if I feel so underutilized in this job that is actually detrimental to your health? Let's imagine you're in this position. You feel that you can't really speak up. Your ideas isn't heard, or you're starting to even think that my ideas isn't good enough. What if you're thinking that I would love to have another job. I would love to work with something I am passionate about. I would love to be in my zone of genius and work with things that is making me come to life. I would love to go out and create my own business. I would love to be a consultant. I would love to be an advisor. I would love to create my own restaurant, right? But what is it that shows up now? Is it this feeling of, but what if I fail? What if I fail? I had a client of mine who was so stuck in the fear of failure that she was willing to be walked all over. Do you know anyone like that? That the mind says that I will not succeed. Right. Now the question is, how do we shift this? If you watched the live that I did last Tuesday about the imposter syndrome, one of the ways to get yourself out of this loop of the imposter syndrome is to find the evidence that the voice in your head is actually wrong. And remember, every limiting belief you have, everything that this voice is saying that you're so scared of, comes from a very young age. So we say maybe up till 12, 14 years. Okay? So in the exercise of really changing your mindset, we want to also look back and say, where are the evidence that actually I have the ability to achieve anything I want? And remember, what we're looking for isn't necessarily the thing that was achieved, but it's the driving force behind it. Because that drive is also amazing, because it can drive us to dare and take risk that outside can look like a failure, but it's not a failure. It is actually what you needed to see, wow, that didn't work. I wonder what else can work. And then you go on and you do it again. What you want to identify, what you want to find in yourself is that force that you know, I have the ability to do it. One of the fundamentals in sustainability is trust in yourself. Remember, confidence is trust in yourself. When you trust yourself, you trust that you have the ability to go ahead and do something. It's not about that, oh, I have all the skills in the world. No, but you have the ability to learn. You went to school, you learned how to read and write, you took your education, you somehow have ended where you are today. So the first part in actually shifting your mindset is to giving that inner critic, giving that undercurrent, giving that that little child the evidence that, you know what, life is so much better now. I'm an adult and this is what I have done. Now, the second thing you want to do is to shift the language. That's why many of you out there who know me and work with me, you know I would say, mind your language. If you say, I'll try to do that, I'll say, try. What is try? Let me just say that. If anyone have experienced someone who did them something wrong, and this person asked for forgiveness, and they said, I'll try not to do it again, would you feel really confident that, oh, this is not going to happen again? No. So why would you speak such language to yourself? Stop it. Stop saying try, okay? Because you're either in or you're out. The other thing is speaking yourself up. What if this is my next level to success? What if I go all in, applying for this job? Something will come out of it. The job, maybe another job. What if I will discover something new? Okay? So think about that. You have to be intentional. You know, it's like, I actually use the word have to. I want to correct that. And now I'm going to say, you have the ability to tap into the greatest gift, and that is freedom of choice. And therefore, you get to instead of have to. I get to get up in the morning at 5 and do my morning rituals. I get to write all these reports so that I can deliver something I'm proud of. I get to get my children off to school in the morning because I have children who I love. I get to call my mom. I get to contact somebody that needs my help. You get to. You don't have to do anything. So it's about language. Be intentional with everything and say it out loud. Tell yourself, I'm good. I am good at what I'm doing. I'm good at what I'm doing. And you know, sometimes even, you know, when we're feeling so, okay, let me put it back here. As an entrepreneur, there is a lot of things that I am doing that doesn't necessarily come natural to me. So I can either say, oh, I really can't stand doing accounting. Oh, I really don't like travel expenses. Oh, I really don't like creating a social media plan. Oh, goodness, that is the worst thing. No, I will shift that because I know it is a fundamental piece of a successful business. So I will say, I love to spend time with my numbers. I love understanding the power of my business trips that I'm now plotting in this Excel sheet, whatever it is. I get to do that. So the power of language is that we can shift our mindset by selecting just a few words as reminder. So if you were to just say get to instead of have to, all right? Drop the word try and see how much more succinct you are, how more decisive you are. You are super intentional, okay? And the other thing is, something that I'm doing myself that I would highly recommend is to create a journal, have a journal for yourself where you are writing stuff that you're really proud of. Every morning I will be writing in my journal something that goes like, Rita, I am so proud of you for. This is by Lisa Nichols, who transformed her life after stepping out of an abusive relationship and talking to herself and shifting her mindset from being, I am worthless, I am useless, I am nothing, to be who she is today. And you can just look her up, Lisa Nichols. So she changed her thinking by remembering who she is, by telling her, I am so proud of this. So I do that in the morning. I say, Rita, I am so proud of you for. And I step in and I write all these things down. And what you will experience in such a amazing exercise is that you are getting access to more and more ideas. Because when you are speaking yourself down, I can't do that, that's not for me, I'm not good enough, there's not even a chance for you to step up and see what you're capable of doing. So, step number one when it comes to your mindset is own your worth, meaning look back at everything that you have done and you are so proud of. From every little thing. If you are married, maybe you planned your wedding and it was such a success, you're so proud of it. Think about what you did, think about the skills, think about your abilities. Think about something that you did that got you the job you have today. And if you want to change your job, think about that. You got this job because you wanted it and now you wanted something else. Use the same force, use the same energy. Look at what you have accomplished so far. Prove it to the inner critic. Give them the evidence that I can all these things, and that the voice that is showing up for you is this inner child, and she just needs to know that she's not responsible for writing that application or creating that business or going on stage or going live on Tuesdays, which my inner critic shows up and says, Rita, what are you going to talk about? I think we need to wait. Yeah, but I'm telling her, little Rita, it's not you that are going to be standing here. It's not. It's me. And I've done this before. Let's play. Let's have fun. So that is the first one. And the second one is your language. It's all in your language. If you're thinking about yourself as a victory, yesterday I was in Elise Archer's mastermind, and we had Kayla Croft doing a session with us, and she is a multi-millionaire, and she was going on and on and on about the mindset, the language. Own your victory. When we hear somebody say, oh, well, it seems like that person has the Midas touch. Well, that person owns their success. They go from one success to the other. Even sometimes on the outside, it looks like they fail. For them, there is no failure. It is an opportunity to course correct. We are always course correcting. Okay? So, Kayla was talking about speaking the language of somebody who is successful on every level, owning it, standing in it. So being intentional with your words, thinking about, I get to. Where in your life do you now know that you need to say, I get to. I get to play around with my vision and see what that is. I choose to focus on creating my own business in addition to be at work where I am today. I'm not saying you do it when you're working there. You're doing it at the same time as you can say, I want to create this side hustle. You choose. And sometimes it feels hard. Like, again, when I've experienced working with families who have children with rare disorders, like my son as well, with his unique abilities, it's very easy to feel like a victim of circumstances. Yeah, and the outside world will say that. Oh, poor you have a son with this terrible diagnosis, and all yada, 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 yada. And then suddenly you lose your identity because you have become a victim. Now we want to go into being victory. And that is to say, I get to show up differently. I get to create the best life possible under the certain conditions we have. I get to do all these things. Right, that was a lot. Ah. Any comments? What's showing up for you? Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hi, Misery. How are you doing? It's so lovely to see you. Tulil, how are you this morning? I'm so excited. I'm going to see you tomorrow. We're having actually in my mastermind, Next Level Purpose Mastermind, we have a guest speaker tomorrow, and she's going to do a session, and her name is Elise Archer, and it's like, wow, talk about mindset. She is about mindset, and one of the things that I really love when I'm working with the masterminders who are in Next Level Purpose Mastermind, they are going out and creating serious big impact. And one of the things that we are constantly talking about is how do we protect our minds from negativity? How do we protect our minds from people who are standing in our way and say, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? Nah. No. It's been tried before and they failed. No. We want to protect ourselves from that, because if you want to stay in the mindset of victory and you can do actually whatever you want, you can create, you can generate whatever you want to make sure that you are talking and communicating with people who love you in the way that they're willing to see your capabilities, and that you trust yourself, and that if they give you comments on things, it's because they have done it and more than you are trying to do, then you listen to them. So be careful. Mind your mind and mind your heart. Okay? So this is one of the biggest challenges I see many do. They are spending a lot of time with people who are in the same boat. Hello, Lena. Hello. Lena is one of the amazing photographers who has taken a series of my photos. So just a shout out there to you, Lena. So the important is to stay connected with people who believe in you. Hence, when you are part of a mastermind, you know that you have the safest place to communicate that you can just imagine. So if you ever get a chance to participate in a mastermind or sit with a group of people who are there together because they want you to succeed and you want them to succeed, go all in, say yes. It is so worth the time and the investment. It is so, so powerful. So we are doing that in Lean in Equity and Sustainability, which is a volunteer-based organization that we're running. And I also have Next Level Purpose Mastermind for those who are in that level of saying, you know what, I have in one way what I want, but I'm ready to give back. I'm ready to step into something greater, but I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So in that mastermind, it is a power seat of women who are going inwards, are vulnerable, sharing and pouring their hearts of what is standing in their way. And then we are all going in with intention of bringing energy to the table, be uplifting, help and support with these next level ideas, and then bring the idea to the market. Like I said, with one of my clients, she's just launching this major project, helping a group of people in Nigeria to get access to clean water. And I'm going to pop on and talk about that a bit later on. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. And I look forward to hearing any comments. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Lina. And let me check here on LinkedIn. Yeah. And if there is any topic that you would love to hear more about, I got some topics in last week about how to communicate powerfully through your emotions. Or, we're going to talk about that soon. We are also going to dive more in on the power of slowing down in your life and get access to your obtain wisdom, your inner wisdom. And thank you, Tobel. And we're going to talk about how you, by slowing down, can generate results as a leader, stepping into leadership, creating your own business by slowing down, by removing things from your plate. So, and a lot of topics coming up. Anyway, with that, I wish you a beautiful week, and I'll see you at least again next Tuesday, if not earlier for some of you. Bye for now.